Hi, my name is Julian Clarkson, and I'm a patient at Natural Health Practices. Before I was coming to Natural Health Practices, I was having a lot of severe panic attacks, a lot of anxiety attacks, to the point where I had struggles just being alone and just getting from point A to point B, just because I couldn't decipher what exactly was going wrong. Like, it felt like at times I was just simply dying when I was just seriously a severe panic attack, and just the different things that I've been paranoid about would trigger that in different situations and whatnot. So it was very much living on the edge, not the good way. And it's been a really challenging past couple months going into the last year, especially with the different life situations that have been happening along the way. So in short, just always on edge, always anxious, like never a dull moment with being stressed out, and just constantly feeling like something bad is going to happen and that I'm going to end up in the ER and not going to be able to recover. So it's been really less than ideal. The number one change that I've seen so far has been a substantial reduction in the amount of anxiety attacks I've had, and the amount of just overall negative energy that I had been struggling with over the past several months. In the course of the first week, I actually had a record of 0 anxiety attacks, and that's the first time that's happened in pretty much almost about a year. So that was an immediate improvement that I was very happy to see. After starting visits at Natural Health Practices, it was really great to see, even on the very first day, a solid perspective of where I actually was, because it turns out that a lot of the things that I was paranoid about weren't actually the case. Like, for example, I had a lot of concerns about my heart health, which it was very interesting to actually get information on the very first day showing actually that this is actually doing completely fine. The real issue is this. You know what I mean? So just learning a little bit more on day one was able to immediately calm some of those stresses and anxieties, and it immediately made me more receptive to the different treatments and everything that I was getting. And like I said, after the first week, coming back to the second appointment and literally having 0 panic attacks and just really feeling the best and the calmest I've been in basically a year was just priceless at that point, because for the longest time I didn't feel like there was going to be a way out. If you're ever on the edge, I would say, what do you have to lose? Because ultimately, it couldn't ever really get worse, because the techniques that are used here are just basically natural. You know what I mean? So it's not like you're using drugs or something like that that has a bunch of side effects or whatnot. Take the risk, because if anything, it's just going to make things better. The chances of something going worse are basically non-existent, so just do it. The process is actually very unique, and honestly, from the time I walked into the door, it didn't feel like a typical doctor's office or a typical clinic. The energy that the staff surrounds you by, as well as the environment that is created here, is very different from any other environment that I've been to, and I really appreciate the fact that everything that was put into here was done for a reason, and that it really shows. My name is Julian Clarkson, and I'm a patient at Natural Health Practices.